Indiana in the Morning, always presented by First Commonwealth Bank. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, WCCSradio.com. Brian Jones is with us this morning. He's brought Cindy Fulton with him. We're going to find out why as we get moving forward here on our final segment of this morning's program. Our visit presented by Marcus and Mack, voted best law firm and best personal injury lawyer 3 years in a row in the Best of Indiana County contest. You can visit them online at marcusandmack.com. Brian, why did you bring Cindy in to visit with us?
Thanks for bringing us in, Todd.
Our favorite.
Actually, it's a spin-off of what I was here talking about a few days ago with the Indiana High School show and their senior art show exhibiting in the artist's hand. Cindy came to me, several weeks ago now, and talked to me about a contest that she'd been doing for handwriting, and wanted to expand it to include art also. It teaches fine and coarse motor skills, and Cindy has a wonderful establishment up in Strongstown called Star Equestrians that helps train folks that have mobility difficulties and other difficulties. She can tell you more about that. But she's doing a contest in which, on the subject of horsemanship, young people can use handwriting to write poems or short stories, or this year expanding out into paintings and drawings and other on equestrian themes. Yeah.
Horses and handwriting. How about that, Cindy?
Yes, it's an awesome combination. I know it sounds kind of odd, but what's really unique about it is the horses are the motivation. They're huge animals to most little kids, and really a lot of people see them as very huge. But they're also very gentle, and they motivate kids to come out of their shell and build confidence and build their own self-respect, and just opens them all up for everything. And one of the things with my occupational therapy degree is finding the kids were having difficulty with fine motor skills and handwriting. But when I would introduce a horse, whether it be virtually or boots on the ground kind of a concept, their world just lit up, and they would write and color and paint and draw. So they're the absolute best motivation that I have found for kids.
So you were actually unlocking something within them.
Yes.
With the connection with the horses.
Yes.
Wow. That's amazing. And how did you discover that connection exists?
Well, funny story. So I spent 4 years, COVID kind of pushed me into, with my occupational therapy degree, into virtual work. And just finding that the kids on the computer, it was really hard to motivate them. And I thought, I've got to do something to get them to want to do writing, you know. And so I happened to have one of our older mares, and I brought her up to the porch, took my laptop out and stuck her nose into the laptop, and it was game on, and the kids were all about it. So we also have a virtual program now designed to reach kids inner city and things like that, and we're expanding into other ideas. But it is all virtual.
Wow.
And so we developed the course to, bring the horses to the kids, or also we've also expanded into long-term care facilities. And so we've opened up the project that way as well.
Wow. So just as horses helped the pioneers 200 years ago here in America, you're using horses to do a little pioneering of your own.
Yes. And we've been out in Strongstown 27 years this year, doing therapeutic riding, working with kids with, challenges, all kind of different challenges, and folks, of all ages, really. But our focus is more related to kids. When you get into bigger participants, adults, I like to do a lot more of on-the-ground work with them, so horsemanship, not as much riding, but with the kids, riding is a whole lot involved as well. But yeah, so horses have been serving us in Indiana County for 27 years out there.
Nice. So now tell me about hooking up then with the Artist Hand Gallery.
So we had a corporate sponsor last year that enabled us to really just let our imaginations go crazy with a lot of things. And we started and it was like we dubbed it our first annual handwriting contest. And this year I decided, we need to open this up and be more, art. Like art to me and music are the magic, and opens our brain up for different avenues of thinking, rewires things in our brains. And I thought, I'm going to just add in coloring, drawing, painting, all of that. And then I thought, oh my gosh, I need a place to do this. And I'm like, where am I going to, get this art into a gallery somewhere? Mm-hmm. And I contacted Brian, and he just jumped on the chance and just lit up everything for us. So it was a huge help to do that. And we've gotten it. Schools are kind of hard to get into because of all the lockdowns that they have. So, but it is open to all of the area schools, all of the homeschoolers, ages 7 to 17. We are going to have prizes, 3 prizes that will be awarded. I believe the ages are going to be 7 to 10 is one prize, 11 to 13 is another prize, and 14 to 17 is the next prize. Mm-hmm. And we have sponsors that we just got, which was really exciting, to help with the prizes. And one was Luther Ford in Ebensburg. They came on as a donor and a sponsor for the program, and Dane Castle in Strongstown as well.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
beautiful.
So it's been really, really a good thing already. And so Brian has allowed us graciously to have the gallery for a week.
Yeah.
And then opened up also for a family reception on that Saturday,
Saturday the 29th, yeah.
From 2 to 5. Mm-hmm. So families will be able to come in and look at the kids' artwork. And then he also has a judge he's working on.
Yeah. Cora Smith up in Mahaffey, I think.
Okay.
Is a horse person, raises horses.
Person?
Yeah, she's not horse like she can't.
Horse people know horse people.
Yeah, I think so. Anyway, Cora is probably not listening today and didn't get that little embarrassment, but she's on the road today, but she'll be back. And she raises horses and does a lot of painting and sculpture based around her affection for the equestrian. And so she's agreed to do the judging for the contest, and we'll be looking at everything in the show. Folks can drop off the work at the artist's hand between now and March 22nd when we hang the show, 23rd, and then we'll do the display will be open all week, and we'll culminate at that Saturday with a reception on the 29th.
So the way that you said it was people can actually drop off their items.
Just drop it off right at the gallery.
And so they don't have to contact you ahead of time and
no, it's an open
make arrangements.
No, it's an open it's an open contest, so everybody gets to enter a piece of work, and there'll be somebody there. If I'm not there, somebody else will be available in the gallery to take in the work, and they'll have instructions on labeling it with a name and title and address, contact information, that sort of thing.
Cindy, I thought when Brian told me what this was about, I thought maybe you had horses who could write.
I'm thinking about that.
They can only count. They can count.
I'm thinking there is a horse that I did see somewhere along the way that actually did paint. So I'm thinking about that.
Yeah.
I am thinking about maybe one of ours will have that possibility. We do have a pony who has a mind of his own.
Oh, yeah.
Travis has become famous. We found him in the chicken coop once. He escaped and decided to go in and check it out.
So you're the one to blame, or he's the one to blame for the egg prices.
Oh, he is one of the ones to blame for the egg prices.
I knew it had to be
That
something.
old Travis.
Yes.
Travis the pony, huh?
Yeah, so all the horses really through the years have become famous in their own right by, as many kids as we have served. And horses, you can feel their heartbeat, or they can feel our heartbeat from 4 feet away. And then they can also synchronize with us. And they mirror our emotions back to us.
Wow.
So it's fabulous what has occurred in the whole equine industry as far as the ability for horses to actually help humans.
Yeah, they offer a channel into a troubled kid.
Yes, and into any of us who have challenges, because I think at this point in life, everybody's got something we're working on and dealing with ourselves.
Yeah. Now, you said, you mentioned it briefly a while ago, working with older folks who might have some of those challenges you speak of. How do you incorporate them into what you're able to do with horses?
Well, we just did a little pilot program virtually. So it was with one of our senior personal care homes, and we were able to Zoom. We were in the barn with the horses, and they were very comfortable where they were at. and we had taken a fine motor activity and, again, a coloring page of the horses. And as we're talking about and introducing the horses and what we do with them, those folks on the other end, being comfortable where they were able to talk to us and relay, a lot of those folks are 80, 70, 80, 90 years old and had horses also somewhere in their lifetime. So it was like a nostalgic kind of event for them.
Yeah.
So we're working on expanding that too. And then also just finding a lot of people will come just trying to find, especially women too, that, they're looking for self-confidence. And, as they become empty nesters, different things occur in our lives, and they go looking for things of their own and how to rebuild themselves and grow. And the horses allow them that, possibility. And it's a safe environment with, just them and the horses.
Yeah, you get to a certain stage of your life and you're looking for an engagement which might be different from what you've experienced before. And yet, for those who, have had some sort of a background, it's probably reconnecting with maybe even a happier time of your life and developing in that way. So, Brian, again, let's let folks know how they can be a part of what Cindy is bringing to the Artist Hand Gallery.
Well, it's fairly simple. They can bring, first prepare a poem or a short story with handwriting only, not at a keyboard, and or a drawing, a painting, some work of art, could even be a sculpture, and bring it to the Artist's Hand Gallery at 732 Philadelphia Street in downtown Indiana. If someone would like to contact me beforehand, that would be fine. They can reach me at brian@theartistshandgallery.com, and or just look us up online, and I can arrange to meet somebody there. But there will be forms to jot down the essential information and leave the work behind. We'll collect it and then install it in the gallery the last week of March, and then there'll be that reception on the 29th to celebrate all those young people and their families, and that's open to the public. It's not just for the people involved in the show.
Excellent. It sounds really interesting. I enjoyed this conversation, Cindy.
Thank you. I did too. And I just wanted to add too that it is horse equine related. So any pictures, any stories, all has to be horse related.
Exactly.
To open up. And it's also to allow kids who have never had the experience of being around horses, for it to open up the possibilities of another unique experience right around the corner.
Yeah. Tremendous. Thank you again for coming in to visit with us.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Brian, as always, you're back next week?
I am back next week. I'll talk a little bit about Footlight Players, which is coming up before you know it.
There you go. Yeah, indeed it is. All right. Thanks, folks.
Thanks, Todd.
It is the voice of Indiana County. It's WCCS 101.1 FM, AM 1160, and WCCSradio.com. Fox News is coming up next at the top of the hour, and then a brief look at news from Josh Widdowson, and then it is the Brian Kilmeade Show. IUP basketball on U92 tonight, 5:15 airtime. Renda Digital TV, that's got AAA River Valley basketball